Hey guys, Boris Sloss from BK Forex. Welcome to our Forex Daily Technicals for a 9/5/13. His euro dollar bottom at 31.50. As always, trading foreign exchange market carries a high level risk. Of a super foreign investor. I ask you to read this disclaimer very carefully, understand all the risks associated with trading forex and margin, and seek advice from an independent financial advisor if you have any doubts. Okay, so euro. This is the dailies. Let me see if I need to get inside the thing. Okay, here we go. So here's the dailies. It looks, obviously very tough to pick a bottom here, but it looks like it made a sort of a short-term bottom over here. Obviously, the trade today is going to be above the 32.20s. If we can take out the day's highs, it puts us back on path towards the 32.50s. We have the ECB in front of us. It's going to be interesting to see if ECB says anything new. He has been relatively dovish for the last few times. The key thing that's going to be interesting, I think, from the ECB meeting today is going to be whether he's going to show any kind of a upgrade in the European economic growth, and whether he's going to be just a little bit more upbeat about economic prospects in Europe, in which case the whole idea of negative interest rates, which has been one of the things that kind of overhang the euro, will definitely going to go off the table. So we'll see if that gives it a little bit of a boost post-ECB, although it's unlikely we're going to have too much volatility given the fact that there is really very little fresh news that he could add to the table at this point. So far, things are relatively calm on the financial side in the European zone. It's really going to be a function of where the economy goes over the next couple of months. So euro kind of hanging tough here. 32 is the equilibrium level right now. Obviously, 31.50 is the key support from yesterday. If that gets taken out, it really opens up the run all the way out to 31, possibly even 30.50 to the downside. To the top side, 32.50 is resistance. If that gets taken out, though, we are looking back to recovery towards the 33. It's still very much basically a recovery within a more of a downtrend move, because you really need to clear 34.50 for us to get fully bullish on the euro. But in the meantime, it does look like maybe a couple of days worth of upside action after so many sell-off days. Dollar yen is knocking on $100 and just kind of watching, trying very hard to determine where we go. We have the BOJ meeting. Nothing is expected out of BOJ today. I think the primary issue with dollar yen is going to be to see if we can get the ISM services number tomorrow to be positive. If that beats to the upside and if the employment component looks strong, that would really give the market a lot of conviction that taper is on the table in September. Could push us possibly through 100 in the U.S. session post those numbers. So it's going to be very much worth watching. For now, it's BOJ in front of us in Asia. We'll see if that has any kind of an impact to the upside. For now, it's just a very, very tight range. You see the euro had an inside day today, and obviously the break of one side or the other side tends to be relatively significant on the post inside days. So we'll have to see how that trades out. Aussie looks pretty good, but I think looks like it's running out of, where's my Aussie? Looks like it's running out of steam ahead of 92, but still looks relatively decent. Today was a very, very strong day in the Aussie. The big overhead here is obviously 92, 92.25. We can clear that. That puts us to 93. It really looks actually relatively bullish here with a W formation in the Aussie on a longer term basis, and that's surprising given just a couple of days ago it looked so negatively bearish. It looked like it was just going to be ready to break the bottom. The fact that it didn't, and the fact that we held them bounce back, is a modicum of support. I think the whole idea with Aussie is that a lot of the negative sentiment and the fear of further RBA rate cuts is starting to come off the table, but that is still very much kind of a dead cat bounce within a longer downtrend. Nevertheless, near-term direction still looks positive to the upside, especially if we can retake 92s and hold 92s. That would be a much more bullish sign, because Aussie obviously has suffered greatly over the last few months. Pound looks relatively decent. Data has been super strong. We have the BOE tonight. Again, it'll be interesting to see if they say anything new. So far, they've just been basically repeating the same dovish mantra. But if they again hint a little bit of the recovery in the UK economy, and the whole notion that perhaps QE is really completely off the table given the strength of the UK economy, that may give pound a little bit of a boost, but it's still operating against this very, very tough 57.50 resistance. So even the moves through the 56 were hesitant, and we got rejected at 56.50. So it's really a question of whether the pound can clear all of this, the 57, 57.50 above, in order to really have a strong run to the upside. Otherwise, it's still running into the zone, and those who like to trade ranges could consider possibly shorting against this zone for the time being. So that's kind of how things shape up for this half Thursday in a way, because we also have a religious holiday in the U.S. session, so it may be a little bit quiet. But there's still very much a lot of event risk with BOE, ECB, and of course the ISM services on plate to see if we can move markets ahead of the NFPs on Friday. Wishing you guys the best of luck, best of trading. This is Boris Osborne for BK Forex.